There's some over there. Maybe there's not. I think they're people's cards. I wonder if that's worth anything. $2014. Did you find anything?
Nope.
Hey! First edition too.
I can tell by the sign. Thanks, Josh, for that.
We need a cart.
50 cents.
20 for $5 on sale. Hardback books.
Oh.
I'm gonna go see if I can locate a cart.
These extras are here.
Yeah. What about in there?
Yeah, but we're not in that game. This is so disgusting. I don't even want to touch it.
No. It's, the cards are down here. Yeah, Microsoft Access.
Vintage art.
Genie bottle?
What is it?
I don't know. It looks like a genie bottle.
What's a genie bottle?
Genie.
Oh, genie. What's that?
Uh-oh. It's in bad shape. I mean, if you want to lug it around.
It's the Underwood Electric. Hey, Eva.
What? Is it a puzzle?
Yeah. We'll look it up later.
Tuppies. It's in
Oh.
there. It's in there too. It's just in a
That's so
really bad
annoying.
shape.
Those things annoy me.
Mallets.
Are those for a game? Ooh, Hardy Boys, babe. Slide over. Get these Hardy Boys.
There's one back there too. Isn't Sweet Valley High a thing too?
Just throw these in. We'll look them up in a bit.
Sweet Valley Twins.
Sweet Valley is a thing, kind of.
I only see two.
This one's not in really good shape. These aren't Hardy Boys. I don't know what they are. I don't feel like they're in very good shape. Pass on those ones. You're okay.
Is this Hardy Boys? No.
Wow, so all the games are in it.
Hardy Boys.
Oh yeah, get those. These are fire.
Soft pack Hardy Boys.
Those are newer. Leah, move up. Get that over here.
I don't know what that is. It's in bad shape.
The
Good
United
News
States
Bible.
of America something. It's like a history book.
Answers as man.
Allergies in childhood. Okay.
Nancy Drew.
Yeah, those are the new Nancy Drews. You need the old Nancy Drews.
I had this book when I was young. The Children's Bible.
I got 2 more.
Cool. It's gonna get real heavy real soon.
That's alright, whatever. Is this what we have to deal with? Those orange things.
Orange things.
Oh, okay.
Definitely orange things. So,
Yeah, I don't think it's anybody's. I mean, it's been here for a while.
yeah, the whole time we've been here.
I think we should just take it. I think I went outside.
Grab those things out of there and just set it in that cart.
Alright, we're back in business. What else you find?
Now I gotta check these.
See if they're the red stripe.
These? I don't know if these are worth anything.
I just said I have those exact same ones at home.
Yeah, they might be. Oh, look, and then I found the Practical Handyman's
Seems
Encyclopedia.
a little warped.
Okay. Do you want to go over to the books while we're waiting?
Yeah, I'm gonna
The
give it a
vault
shot.
is happening?
Yeah. It's always so hard to tell.
This one doesn't say.
Is there like a leather coach thing on the front?
There isn't anything anywhere.
Like, I mean, it's hard to tell.
No.
No, that's plastic. There. Chunky.
How much? Never mind. I'm not going through this. I don't have the patience for it. Is this the worst part of your day?
No. No, it's another way. Fair has to be fair, so we all have to wait up there.
Yeah, I
Can't
am.
go in it.
we work together, we'll get to the bottom. Nothing's down there though. I want a pan. Vintage Super Soaker. I don't know what this is, I just grabbed it.
It's long?
They're foam blocks. I don't know if it's worth anything. I had to get it as quickly as possible. Yeah, and it palms.
Nice.
Yep.
I found this old vintage Hebrew English dictionary.
Oh dear. Diabetes. No.
Scrabble tiles. They got dew on them.
No.
I gotta see.
Wheel of Fortune by Tiger.
What are we doing with these?
I don't know. What do you think they're worth anything?
I don't know what they are.
They're like niche blocks.
I know, but what do they do?
I don't know. Maybe you build stuff with them. How much?
$10.65.
Thank you. You too.
Hey guys, it's the Pittsburgh Picker. What you just saw was probably the worst day of thrifting at the Goodwill bins we've ever had. To give you an idea of context, that the amount of footage I shot in that was probably close to 55 minutes worth of footage, maybe over an hour. Then I cut it down to what you saw. Wasn't the greatest day. We did a lot of digging. We didn't find a lot. What we did find, I'm going to show you. And there is a find of the day, which I'm kind of excited about just because it brings back nostalgic memories for me. And it's worth some money, so that helps. But so we'll get right into it. First thing I found was these R.A. Salvatore books. These are actually Dungeons and Dragons books. They do sell rather well. They're not big money makers, but they do sell pretty quickly, normally. This is actually a box set of 3 books. I have yet to read any of these, and I don't know if I'm going to, but they are popular. If you guys see these, the little wizard logo, or any of these by this author, typically it's going to be a pretty good seller. People do collect these too, so definitely keep an eye out for these. Next thing we found was these Hardy Boy books. Found a lot of 10 of them. They're vintage Hardy Boy books. They're going for, we're asking right around $27 for these. They're vintage books sell for us no matter what. So these will probably sell relatively quickly. So these were a decent pickup. And vintage books, for the most part, will sell eventually. Even if you have to sit on them for a little while, sooner or later that buyer will come where somebody's looking for these and they will buy them. They do have some wear on them, but I find it's kind of like rust on certain things with collectors. people seem to like vintage books if they got to show a little wear. So we're okay with the wear on these. There's a lot of 10 of them. The rest of them are behind me over here. But yeah, these were a pretty decent pickup. So next thing that I'm going to go over is more for educational purposes than it is for money, because this is not a big money maker. This is the Michael Crichton, The Lost World. We found this is probably the first thing you saw us find on the video, and all in all, it's probably a $4 book. We paid probably less than a quarter for it because they were having a sale at that bins that I think it was 20 books for $5. So yeah, we didn't pay much at all for it, but we would have picked it up regardless because it's an easy flip for us. But it is a first edition, and the reason I bring this up in the video is because it's I'm going to give you guys a little lesson on what I've learned. Hey, love that noise. A little lesson on what I've learned about first edition. So if you got to grab it and go, or if you, or you're in a hurry, like for example at the bins, you can tell it's a first edition by looking right there. See how, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but all these pages are not even. They're kind of jagged almost, and there's kind of ridges there, and that's a real good sign it's first edition. The other and the easiest way to find out it's a first edition, and this doesn't always apply, especially with older books. This happens to say first trade edition right there, and it also says first edition right there. But the easiest way is a set of numbers. Now this one doesn't actually have the set of numbers that we're looking for here, mainly because it says first edition in it. So I brought another example here. This is something we just sold, is Harry Potter Goblet of Fire. And this has a first American edition, so it's not going to have the same ridges as the Michael Crichton book or some other first editions. But it does have the numbers. So see these numbers down here at the bottom above, printed in the USA? If one of these numbers is a 1, it's typically a first edition. Now that's not always a guarantee, especially when you're looking at some really, really old books, but it's a pretty good indication. And I would definitely do a little more research, but if you're in a hurry, you got to grab something and you got to move on, that's a real good way to just kind of look and, be 75% that it's a first edition. So just a little lesson for you. We picked this up, I believe we picked this up at a Goodwill bins also at one point, but I believe it sold for right around $4. These are very popular books, as most of you know, and if they're cheap enough, we pick them up no matter what, just because we know they sell. So yeah, I think, like I said, $4 on this is what we're asking. So next thing we found was a puzzle. I know we're not burning the world down with this haul, but I believe in total transparency, and I believe I'm going to show you videos on our fails and our successes. So if you're subscribed to this channel, you're going to see videos where we just don't do well. And so the next thing is the find of the day, and I like it. It's not your vintage electronic that you found at the bottom that's worth $500 find of the day. It's a super soaker, and a vintage super soaker. So this brings back a lot of great memories for me. In fact, when I was testing this thing, I remember running around as a child and spraying my mother and spraying my brother, and playing with the neighborhood kids and things of that nature. And I think I had, I don't know, 13 or 14 of these things at one point in my life, and I had the virtual arsenal of super soakers. So this is, I think I might have had one of these too. It looks familiar, but I don't think I had this brown color scheme. I can't imagine a lot of kids bought this color, but whatever. It's a Super Soaker Supercharger 400, and it works. I found this in that last bin that you saw us go through, and it was right when they did the bin change. I kind of ran in there. I saw toys. I didn't see this, and I dug and found this. This is going for right around $20-25 on eBay. And people love the vintage Super Soakers. If I see them, I pick them up, and they are good sellers normally. This one's from 1999. And it does work. You do want to test them to make sure that they work. A lot of the times the pressure will just not hold and it will release, and then it's just junk. But you can sell them for parts. I have seen many sell for parts. So they normally are a good pick if they're cheap enough. And this probably costs us 75, 80 cents, maybe $1. And, you know, so we're going to pick it up every time if it's at the bins. So that's the find of the day. As pathetic as that might be, it's the find of the day. All right, and that's about it. As pathetic as it was, that's about it. There wasn't a lot there, and this does happen to us. It happens to everybody. And I hope with this channel being, you know, one of the rookies in this game, where I've only been in this for 6 months, I hope that by cataloging some of my fails and showing you guys that people do fail, and not that was a total fail, but it certainly wasn't great. And this weekend for us, or this past weekend for us, wasn't great. And it happens a lot. And my plan with this channel is to show you our triumphs and to show you our failures, and, you know, hopefully poke fun at the failures and make it fun for you guys to watch. I'm not going to sit there and put 30 minutes of footage out that just is us literally buying nothing. But I will try and make it comical and fun, and hope that, you know, everybody can learn from it, as well as, you know, feel a little better about yourself if that something like that does happen to you. Because we've had weekends where we just go out and there's just nothing. This past weekend was actually kind of slow from an eBay sales perspective, and it was also, you know, a slow sourcing weekend for us. So you do have these weekends, and they do happen, and I'm going to talk about that on my next video, about, well, you know, things to look at and things to do if you do run into slow sales. So stay tuned for that. So that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The Goodwill Bins videos are our most popular videos so far, so we're going to try and do as many of them as we can. We only have 2 in our area, so there's only so many times we can visit those 2 and actually bring product out of them. So we will be doing some other different things. We hope to go to a few Amazon return stores in the coming months, as well as a few, and we're going to do our usual things like estate sales and thrift stores. So stay tuned for that. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you can. That way you get notified every time we make a video, and you can check it out. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.